Well, it looks like Jack in the Box refreshed their nasty palm kernel oil. Uh, I noticed a young woman kind of pausing and looking at her phone, and then a vehicle pulled up coming from the direction of Jack in the Box. It was fresh and hot. I could tell by the condensate and stuff on the top. And first examination, I could tell that it's almost impossible to tamper with or poison it. Plus, I had recognized when the young lady handed me the food, she says it's from her mom, and her mom gave me a little wave. I don't never forget a face, especially a lady I chatted with briefly. Not too. She's not, and she's given me $100. I don't forget good people and generous people. So I find her to be, to the best of my knowledge, a trustworthy party. I wasn't worried about her tampering with the food or anything. It was the stuff. I remember one day she, in order to make sure it didn't blow away or something, she was very reluctant. She kind of stood at a distance and reached in and pressed. She'd first given me like $40, and then she gave me three more 20s, and she just kind of gently pressed it into my hand, woke me up. Which people know I'm kind of don't like being woke up, but she did it. She was already backing away, going, "I got to go to work," and I went, "Hey, I remember you. Actually, I'm not really a sexual person at all anymore, but she's actually a pretty woman. Even she's a mature female. I hope that didn't hurt. Mature usually means people like me. Oh, great. No, she's kind of a petite blonde and that real light blonde, not the. I don't know. I don't read anything negative. Never have off of her. But you know what? I tested it because there was a separate extra hash brown. I tested it. I took a bite. I'll finish with this, and I couldn't detect any of that really foul. That's why I'm going to title this "Jack in the Box Refresh Their Nasty Palm Kernel Oil," is because I took a bite, and unlike my last time there, which resulted in some serious diarrhea and stuff, I even told Melissa that I could tell that from the time before that they were overusing that oil. They're building up all them acrylamides and all kind of nasty fractionated blah blah blah. All that oil you cannot. Oil should only used at maximum twice. First time you can do high temperature, low temperature. If it's high temperature, it must be consumed then, like with stir fry. And with the other is long time, low temperature, and then you only heat it again, maybe to make a gravy. And I'm talking about good oils like butter, to make a beurre blanc or some other, or some sort of. You make brown gravy out of it too. But I guess we'll see. But I'm in the habit of taking about every third day now, taking like one pill of Imodium AD to prevent loose stools and diarrhea. Actually, if she's a subscriber, I don't think she is. It was a delicious meal. I couldn't tell until I'd finished it. That was palm kernel. I've learned to identify this palm kernel is really making inroads because the guys who collect that stuff, and they're lucky if they can work their ass off all week. And we're talking about kind of the, what would you call it, Asian, Malaysian, Pacific kind of area there. I've watched videos on it. They're lucky. They have to do a lot of hard work They're lucky if they make $3 a week. $3 a week. That's 4.3 weeks in a month, so you're talking a little over like $12 a month they have to exist and support their family off of. And that's why palm kernel oil is in big debate right now. It takes up so much space and resources and stuff like that. And gosh, they're putting it in almost everything now. It's disgusting. First time I ever cut open a palm kernel, cut one open. Be careful. Don't try to do it. It ain't soft. When you cut it open, you'll notice inside that the interior looks like high density polyethylene, HDPE, just like water jugs and milk jugs, HDPE. And just consider the processes that thing has to go through in order to become a liquid oil, that it even has to go through that, I think, heating to at least 560 degrees Fahrenheit to deodorize it before it gets anywhere close to the next process, before it can get to the, as a general rule of thumb, if my European subscribers watching, that's one rule of thumb on oils, is that if it has a real high smoke temperature, that's actually indicative that it's comes from a pretty toxic source and is probably carrying toxins with it. And so anyway, I thank the lovely lady. I think I'll be okay because the oil was not full of all the other toxins that can accumulate, because the rest, the bacon, the pancakes, the eggs, they were all no oil or cooked on the same thing, or actually probably cooked in the bacon fat. And it was actually a delicious breakfast. Got no complaint about that. And it was right on time. I was craving. I was trying to think of, oh gosh, can I go to 7-Eleven and heat up one of those three meat, 2 cheese breakfast burritos are only about $6. Stuff I was craving, something hot. She delivered, and I recognized when she gave me a little wave. And I remember her. I never forget a face. I really don't. I forget names because names are so redundant and so unrelated. But I never forget a face. Generous lady, and just magically. And actually, the minute that I was right after I was handed the meal, because it was going slow. Normally on a Sunday morning, the Christians would have been overwhelming me with gifts of food that are from Starbucks that are unsealed, highly perishable, and by the time they, I'm not sure about Starbucks oils. They may have been using, all I know is there for a while, Jack in the Box, for about a month period, had some of the funkiest, and their deep fryers where they would do the chicken for the chicken sandwich, chicken breast for the chicken sandwich, which first time I have on is absolutely delicious, just like this meal. But they don't filter that oil. They just keep burning it down and generating toxins. You can remember my rule now. You really can only use vegetable oil, almost really, well, no, and some animal fats can be used kind of repeatedly. It depends. But in general, my rule on oils is high temperature. You only use it once. And that's for maybe the 2 vegetable, and even butter. You use it once, and if you do a second use on it, the residual oil left that you cook something in should be turned into a sauce or gravy and consumed. So 10 minutes, I'm out. Thank you, little pretty little blonde lady. I call her Amazon lady. She works at Amazon. Thank you.